Today we're going to take apart a 1/2 inch air impact gun. Now before I did anything to it, I used some paint thinner, little bottle like that with the nozzle that would fit in the end here, and I just filled up, like I pour about that much right here, so about that much of paint thinner into the gun, and I just shook it around, whatever, and let it sit there for a while because it was all gummed up inside. So I let it sit, shook it, and then I just put the air to it. But make sure you don't have that facing you because it's just gonna pop right out. So I went outside with the air gun and the air hose, and I just hooked it up to this, and I just let it shoot through everything, let it spin around, and all the grease here was coming out at the end, really dirty. And so after I did that, there was no more paint thinner coming out of the exhaust. So I unplugged the hose, of course, and I started taking it apart. So I took a 1 T25, it's a Torx, undid all those bolts right here. Alright. Okay, so they're all out. So this will come off, right? So as you switch for forward and backwards, this will stay there. Do not pull that off. Alright, so make sure you hold everything because this will fall apart. Now you can separate the two. Okay, just like that. Now you have a gasket here between the two of them. Just keep in mind the indentation goes towards the gun composite side. Alright, so now here you can pull this out. This is the air chamber. Alright, so this here, you can clean all that out because there will be stuff in here. So what I just used some brake cleaner and air gun to blow it out, because when you blow out some brake cleaner, when you blow that out, it dries really fast. So if you can see, you put some on your hand, okay, it will evaporate, but if you use the gun, it goes right dry. Okay, like I was saying before the compressor came on, if you put some brake cleaner on anything and you blow it off with an air gun, it will dry like in no time. So there's, see how wet it is? Dry. It's that quick. It dries, so you can use some brake cleaner and blow it out with the gun, and you're all good. You're good to go. It's going to be nice and dry. So we separate everything out. So we took the air out of thing. Keep in mind that all your channels right here, when you put it back together, will line up with the bottom. So where your trigger is, and if you look in the gun, you see there's channels which the air travels through here and goes into here. So do not put it backwards or upside down. So keep in mind this downwards, just like that. Alright, take this apart. Now there's a little clip back here, so if you want to take it right apart, you're going to need pliers, for ring pliers, right? So you just grab the ring. So you just take the ring right off. Okay. Now this shaft will be ready to come out, so make sure you hold everything when you pop this out. Now this bearing here comes out pretty easy. See, the one in the back here is press on pretty tight. So I cleaned the bearing again with brake cleaner and the air gun. Soaked it in and all that. Alright, so I took the gun apart so I can get rid of this stuff right here. Pretty yucky. So, like, you know, you got a little bit of, not a dirt, but it's like filing. So I'm gonna clean this out again, just with brake cleaner, and you blow it out. Alright, so I sprayed some brake cleaner in there, but right in the bottom, you see those little grooves. I just grabbed a little pick, and this is what I'm getting off the end there. So I just go in there and just sort of like just gently take that out. So then I'll spray some more brake cleaner in there, just like so. Hold the thing upside down. There. So now we get those grooves all nice and clean. This is what I got out of the gun. I don't know if you can see it there. Here, I'll just this is what I got. So it was pretty dirty. Bearing. Now just pull this out. There's no screws, whatever. This is just sitting there. So just pull it out. Okay. Now this shaft will come out. Alright, so you pull that out. All this will be full of gunk, whatever, so you can clean all that out again with brake cleaner and an air gun. Is the best way to do it. Then you get all those little guys. So you take this apart, the drum out of there. And don't panic because all those little things came out. Alright. That's what's in there. Okay, and they fit right here in the groove. Now keep in mind, you got, this is your front, this is the back. Make sure that when you put those back on, the indentation are towards the back. Alright? Just like that. So that'll be for later. Alright? So now this shouldn't be that much, you know, too dirty, because it is air that goes through all this. So it might be a little bit of oil and whatnot. So I cleaned all this again, brake cleaner, got it. And all this here, there's the air chamber with all the channels inside and everything. I don't know if you can see it. There's the channels in there. So that's where the air goes in and everything. Back here, again, you got a little gasket. Just make sure you don't break it. It just snaps right off. And there's a channel right here that you make sure that there's nothing stuck in there or whatever. You never know. And just clean your gasket and put it back in. And the way it goes in, you see this here, that you just put it back in the hole. It just clicks in, and you're ready to go. So after this is all clean, that's all clean, right? You can put it back together. So again, this is your front of the gun. That's the back part. This is the back part. And this is where we took the clip off, right? So now you can put that back in here, okay? It's not centered, so that makes it easier for us to put those little guys back in. So it's just like loading a gun, you see? So you just grab it, and you just put it where it's separated. Make sure, again, the indentation right here goes towards the back. So you just load it up just like a gun. Again, as you go, you just turn the groove to where it's larger. And like I said, just like loading a gun. Okay. So this. Alright, I missed one here. Alright, so this is all loaded up again. So we can put that aside for now. Well, actually, you know, this one is all clean, whatever, so I might as well just put it back together. Now, when you put this on, you see the channels here? So there's one way that goes on. It's got to go with your channel down here. It's got to line up. So there's your channels here. The opening here goes in the bottom. Just like so. Just like that. So make sure it's nice and tight here. And you line that up with that. Alright, so now we can put our bearing back up here. Right, get a hold of this one because it's kind of loose. And then we can put our little clip back on. So when you put a clip, make sure that it's in properly. There we go. So we're good. Alright, so this part is done already. See how easy that was? So that's all clean. Of course, like it was already clean because I cleaned it before I made the video. So this is ready to go. Okay, and there's this here with the two holes. I made the holes bigger because they were almost close when I took it apart, and there's the ports right here. So what I used for that, it was a punch to make holes. Any hardware, you can get that at any hardware store. It's a kit. This is what the kit looks like. So you got all kinds of sizes and whatnot. This part can put aside. Now this is the front of the gun. Alright, so the impact housing really. So now we're going to pull that out. There's no clip, there's nothing to hold this together. So just gently pull that out. Alright, you can clean that out. And it's kind of hard to do because this is where the grease is. There is some grease in here. And there's a little port here for greasing too, with a needle and a gun, like something similar to this, with a needle. Right? Yeah. There. So this is all clean too. Alright. So then we have this. Just hold it upside down like this. Hold those so they don't stick out or in. Just hold them flush and then just spin this and it should come apart just like that. Alright, so all this has been cleaned too. Now those here, you see there's two pins on each side. So you can just grab any screwdriver that would fit in the hole and just push the pins out. Alright, pins comes out. Now you can remove both pins, but there's no need because you can just pull them out. Alright, now the other pin might just slide right out. You can take it out to clean it. I did. So you just pull out the other pin. That's it. Now we got those. That's what caused the impact when it spins. Now when you put them back together, alright, you can see that they go like this, but the opposite. So you put them side by side they look the same, but then you just put this one that way so they're backwards from one another. So you'll have one with a little groove here for your pin, like that, and then you'll have the big end here on the other one, and then reverse. That one will have the small and the big end here. So you put them backwards. So hold on, I'll take this is really important, otherwise your gun will not work properly. Okay, just like that. So if you hold them back to back, just put them backwards to each other. So clean all them. So to put it back together, you just, so yeah, so make sure again, that's really important to have them, see one's upside down, one's up, the big groove. So make sure you get them both same time, upside down, and then just hold them together. You know, with your thumb, whatever. Put your pin back in. And make sure you're lined up when you slide the pin. Well, the pin won't go in if you're crooked. Put the other pin in, and this part is done. If it's clean and all that, and should be able to move but not come out. They shouldn't come out now that the pins are in. Alright, so this is ready to go too. Of course, the shaft, pretty good. And then to put it back together, just drop it in the hole and just spin it until it falls in. Just go back and forth until it goes in. See how easy it went in at first? There. And that's it. And we are ready to put it back in here. If this is clean, that's clean. Just put it back in. This part is done. After everything is clean, you can take your air housing. Alright. Don't forget to put this back on top. Like I said, I put my those holes bigger with the punch. Alright, and if you look at the indentation, you can see that this is the width of that, so you know that it goes this way. Now you line it up as best as you can with the holes on top. Just like that. Make sure the gasket is in the back. Now we're going to put it back in here. Now before you do all this, right inside here, might need to do this. There's a little switch that goes back and forth, right? So I don't know if you can see it or not, but I can't see it in the LCD. So anyway, so what I do, I just put this part, but which just look like a bar like this, I just put it on one side. Or you can put it like straight and make sure when you put your switch in, which this is the switch, it goes this way. So make sure the switch is centered because this is geared, right? So now I got it to go out. So I'm going to go reverse, I mean. So I'm going to set up the switch to go this way. Now, if you can't go back and forth with a switch that way, you know that it's not going to work, right? And you can look inside, see your switch moving. It's got to go to one side to the other, right? So you reverse and you forward. So when you know that you're in the right place, put your cap back in, and then you can hold it. But don't drop it, otherwise it's going to come right back out now that you're in position. So just hold the back with your hand, like this, and then we're gonna put this part in with the gasket lined up with the holes, and we're gonna slide it in. Now it should go in pretty good. And again, make sure that your port are in the bottom where your trigger is. So port, really important. Port in the bottom. Because you can't put it backwards. Because it will fit, it will go in. Make sure it's all the way in. This one isn't yet. There. It went all the way in now. Now you see here in the corner, it's not lined up. So just spin this thing gently. There, just to line it up. Just so your bolt will fit in the hole. That's the idea. So this you can turn. This part here. Just line it up. There you go. Alright, so now we're ready to put the front back on. Now again, just make sure you don't flip it upside down because everything will fall out. Now, this is shape smaller here, larger here, same as this. So therefore your grease port, if I can show it to you, your grease port here goes in the bottom of the gun. But before you do that, don't forget to put your gasket back on. Which again, the gasket is indented in one side. Make sure you put the indentation facing down on the gun. Now you can grab your front of the gun and just reassemble. That's it. Now you can hold everything together and put your bolts back in. Now before you do all this, if you might want to put some grease on this part here. This here, but don't pack it. So you can take that out. Now just put a little bit of grease with your finger all around and the bottom and around those, around the shaft. Don't fill this housing up because this here, spins. Alright, so the whole thing turns. So if you pack all this with grease, it's going to cause so much resistance that your gun is not going to work properly. I got my part lubricated. That's all you got to put in. Not much in here, and especially around the shaft. So this part here, you need some. That's where it does all the work. It's right here. All right, so now we're ready to put all this back together. There. So now it's gonna. After you're done that, just put your gasket back on. Put your gasket back on and just reassemble. Just like that. Put your screws in and you're done. Now all you got to do afterwards is just put some oil. Make sure you oil it with some air tool oil. And for the because you took it apart and now it's nice and clean, there's no oil whatsoever. I would put at least 8 to 10 drops of oil in here, with holding your trigger to let it go through, and then put some air to it to lubricate everything. And that should be all you need to do with the gun to get it going. So put back together. All the switches work. So now I'm just gonna oil it. So I just hold the trigger. And I'm gonna put put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 drops for now. Okay. Just gonna pick up the air. Okay. And make sure again that the port's not towards your face, because sounds much better. I don't want to do it too much because the compressor is going to kick in and you won't be able to hear me. But yeah, it sounds much better than what it was before. So I got the reverse and forward. So everything works. And it sounds much better. So there you go. That's the brand. Works like a brand new gun. Good. Lots of torque. You feel it in your hand now. When I crank it, you feel the gun going. See? A lot of torque now. So there you have it. How to clean the impact air tool. Thanks for watching.